Hello and welcome to episode 152 of Topicopedia, the podcast that's like finding a half-eaten kebab in your bed. No idea how it got there, but you're strangely invested. I'm Ste, your dependable, drama-free host who enjoys the simple things in life: peace, quiet, and lifts that don't smell like boiled socks and regret.
And I'm Nicole, your walking medical mystery with a body that's basically in beta testing and a love for all things toilet related. So if there's a poo joke to be made, I'm already 3 steps ahead and halfway through tweeting it.
Coming up, they're tweeting it. Uncle Jerry knows that you don't do Twitter or X. Yeah. Coming up this week, we got our notable news of the week, which, let's face it, will be mostly Nicole's latest brush with death, and me ranting about how Aldi's middle aisle is now just yoga mats and inflatable flamingos.
That's rich, coming from the man who once got visibly upset when they moved the biscuits 2 aisles down. And don't act like you didn't buy the flamingo.
It was for the garden and emotional support. Anyway, we're digging into the mind-bending world of the Mandela Effect this week. Sure, we've done that before. You know that thing where you remember something a certain way, but it turns out you're completely wrong? Like Nicole thinking her immune system is ever going to cooperate.
I live in hope, okay? And we've got proper mystery for you, as opposed to an improper one. The strange disappearance of Patricia Meehan. Vanishing act or glitch in the Matrix. Either way, it's weirder than me waking up and not needing an antibiotic.
Plus, we've got our usual unhinged extras Urban Dictionary word of the week, a meme that'll rot your brain a little more. No, we've not. We're continuing last week's. And jokes of the week, so filthy they make your nan clutch her pearls and say a prayer.
So pour yourself a drink, lower your standards, and join us for the podcast equivalent of licking a battery.
This is Topicopedia, where the topics are random, the humour's inappropriate, and Nicole's bowels is anyone's guess.
Honestly, I'm just happy it's not making dolphin noises today.
Way! Dolphin noises. Clicking. Is it clicking?
Is it the clicking or is it the... It's never done that, Uncle Jerry. I'm not sure where you're getting this material from, but
I think he's just trying to wind us up at this point. He's just taunting us with...
Well, the thing is we've put him in a position of trust, haven't we? And we trust Uncle Jerry to not humiliate us, and he is starting to make us look a little bit silly. I mean, I did say that we're not afraid of a bit of humour. We can poke fun at ourselves, at each other, that's fine.
True.
But dolphin noises from my stomach is definitely a new one, and if you're new here, that is not normal, and I don't think that's normal for anyone. If that's happening to you, please go and see your GP. Don't try and see mine. I'm already booked in for the rest of the week. They haven't got any availability.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
How's your week been?
Here we are. It's been all right, yeah. I mean, we had some lovely weather last week. I got my roof all sorted, so I've been sat out there having a lovely time reading my books.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, and now I'm in sunny Cornshire. I'm in Cornwall.
Nice.
With my parents, yeah. And at the weekend...
Hello, Nicole's parents. We still need to get your dad on. We're not had your dad on yet.
No, we do need to sort that out, don't we? We'll try and sort that out after Easter.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's obviously Easter this weekend, and my family do enjoy celebrating Easter a bit like we enjoy celebrating Christmas. It sort of becomes quite a big family affair. But this year, we also have a little christening on Easter Sunday. So it's huge. It's massive. This is... Yeah, there's a lot to be done. So I've been mucking in and trying to help out, and just looking forward to seeing lots of family members.
That's nice. Isn't it nice? Yeah. Just catching up with family, and especially when the weather's nice.
Exactly. I hope it continues through till Sunday. That would be nice.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Touch wood,
I hope it continues beyond that, and we just have a fantastic out of character summer where it's hot and sunny all throughout.
I'm just so terrified that this is it. You know, sometimes we do have such a lovely couple of weeks in April, and then that's it. You don't really get any more summer, and I don't want that. Like, I've just set up my roof garden. I want to go and spend the summer in it, please.
Yeah,
please.
Want to enjoy it. That's what it's there for. Like,
I do. Although I just had a brush with death, actually, because I went down, I had a milkshake in the fridge and I thought, well, I'm going to have that because I didn't eat enough for my dinner and I'm a bit hungry still. So a milkshake, that will sort me out, won't it? So I went to grab it and there was an absolutely enormous spider on the floor in front of the fridge guarding it. And I just thought, oh, I'm on my own tonight. What am I going to do? How? And it was started to go towards underneath the fridge. I thought, oh, not on your Nelly. I'll never sleep again. So I stood on it and I thought, well done me. I slayed the beast. Like, I've never done that. I always freak out and make someone else do it. I feel like a proper grown-up today. I matured.
Nice.
I've leveled up. Yeah.
Leveled up.
I'm so proud of
long
myself.
enough.
Hey, that's mean. I'm nearly level maxed now. I mean, it's a big birthday this year, 27 plus 13. That's quite a lot, isn't it?
It is quite a lot.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, how's your week been?
Oh, uneventful. I'm just glad to have a week off. It feels like I've been in work forever. And I've not been on holiday in forever.
You've worked really hard all week, and you haven't had any time off for a while, have you?
No, which isn't like me. I quite like holidays and things. Yeah. But yeah, no, nothing eventful as ever.
Did you get a new gazebo?
Did I get a new gazebo? Considering it, yeah, you know what? I hate putting my money in my pocket because I know if I spend like a few £100 on garden furniture, it will just then piss it down continually. I'll make it nice outside. It's like I've been wanting to go outside, like, because I'm up early. It'd be nice to, in the afternoon, have like a day bed outside, have a little nap outside, in the sunshine, rather than in my bed in the shade. Like, it'd be nice to just lie in sunshine, have a little nap. But I know if I go and get like a day bed or something,
don't spend right. No.
Then I just know that the weather will turn completely, and I'll never get to use it.
What you have to do, right? Because a day bed is quite expensive, isn't it? That's not a cheap thing to buy. But if you do what I've done, inflatable mattresses, boom, and they're really easy to put away and store. They don't take up much room, and it's more comfortable than a day bed. And you can just put them outside.
The problem I've got, I think I'm just gonna have to get a lounger because I haven't really got room for inflatables because I've obviously stoned my garden, haven't I? So I could just see myself popping that straight out the cuff. Well,
I can send you a picture of how my roof's looking.
Oh, let's have a look at it.
It's coming on Slack.
Let's see Nicole's Great Outdoors.
But that's my 2 single mattresses stacked up. I've got a nice throw over that, and then another throw over that, and then I've got some cushion.
Beautiful. Oh yeah.
And so comfortable. It's lovely. And then if you want like a movie night or something, or you just want to like lie down, and there's more, like when Luella's here or whatever, I can put the mattresses side by side and we'll just be like more on the floor and spread out.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
It's really lovely. Yeah,
what you
works really
need
well.
To do is get the house behind you to repaint their wall.
Oh, you're telling me.
It's a completely rusty, crumbling wall.
That is why I've put that where it is, so that when I sit down,
you don't have to look at it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, realistically, I should put it along the other edge, on the right of the picture, because then you're facing towards the sea. But I mean, you have to stand up on your tippy toes to see the sea. So I haven't done that.
Oh, look at that! You with a sea view. You always got to one up me, haven't you?
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, to be fair, I mean, if you ever see it, you can't see it if it's a clear day, you can see it quite well. But if it's not a clear day, you wouldn't know the sea was there. It's not a very good sea view, but I do have one. Yeah. A lot of places in Plymouth get a sea view because we're all on a hill, you see, and the sea's like at the bottom of the hill. So yeah, it's quite handy for if you'd like to look at that. Yeah. So do you have any plans for Easter?
No, probably eat a bit of chocolate. Go on the chocolate diet for a couple of days. Yeah.
Too right.
I was reading an article and it said that Easter eggs on average 21% more expensive this year.
Is that all? It feels like it's so much more.
It does feel a lot more. But there again, we don't know how much anything is anymore because of these offers where it's like, you've got a Nectar card, you get money off.
True, but I think even with offers, things are really expensive at the moment.
Things feel expensive, don't they?
No, they are expensive. I don't feel it. They are. I'm telling you, they are really expensive now.
Yeah.
It's depressing.
It is. But anyway, we're not here to depress. We are here to entertain and look at the positive side. And chocolate is a positive thing.
Do you know what I ought to maybe do is open the prep.
Let's get the prep open. Yeah.
But at this point in time, I don't actually know what we're talking about. Oh, of course. Yes.
Oh, by the way, this is I don't know why I'm telling you this in the podcast because obviously, you know what? No, I'm not going to incriminate myself. Let me not tell you in the podcast.
Okay.
We will continue.
God.
Yeah.
This is where Steve tells us he's been, I don't know, upselling his solar panel energy someone dodgy or something.
No, I don't know. Not quite. It's something else. It's something I thought of when I opened the prep, but remind me later. Off air.
Okay. You got it. Oh, I'm really, really interested now. Okay, so have we got any more news this week, Steve?
Any more news? I don't know. Have we?
Yeah. I put some in the.
Oh, you sent me some news. Okay, sorry, you've seen more news than I have. Let's see what you found me.
I know. I saw them both today as well.
Oh. Let's have a nosy at this. What is this? This is Time magazine. Oh, that's a long article. Oh,
it's a long article.
Hang on, give me a moment. Let me ask Uncle Jerry to break it down into bite-sized pieces for me. I'm incapable these days.
It is a really interesting article. I didn't read the whole thing, but I think I saw a video somewhere which explained it a little easier for me. And yeah, it's some crazy science shit, man. Crazy.
Okay, so this is... I'm giving you feedback on the new version of Uncle Jerry's responses. So I've got to decide whether I prefer response 1 or response 2.
Yes.
Neither use bullet points. Please use bullet points. I'm trying to research a story as quickly as I can. Colossal Biosciences has genetically resurrected the extinct direwolf using DNA editing and cloning technologies. Oh, this is very up Elon Musk Street, isn't it? Where he's hacking into the apes and stuff.
That's true. I mean, it's giving Jurassic Park, isn't it? Whole story.
Oh God. Yeah. Which dinosaurs do you want to bring back?
Elon will pay for it.
Yeah. Scientists reconstructed the direwolf genome from ancient DNA and edited grey wolf DNA to match it. 3 direwolf wolf pups, Romulus, Remus, and Khaleesi, were born via surrogate domestic dogs. They're being raised in a 2,000-acre secret preserve where they are monitored for health and behaviour. The animals display more wild, ancient traits than modern wolves, suggesting the successful gene expression. Ooh.
Yeah, that's a bit crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's part of Colossal's broader de-extinction mission, which also includes efforts to revive the woolly mammoth and help endangered species like the red wolf and northern quoll. However, it does raise ethical and ecological concerns, including potential impacts on ecosystems and animal welfare. But they've said its technology could aid in biodiversity conservation and help mitigate climate change effects. Oh my God, just blame everything on climate change. Why not?
Of course.
It's just to be on point. We've got to get climate change in there.
I just don't understand. If climate change is causing this, why don't we tackle the problem rather than, this weird shit to... Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, to try and rectify it. Bring back dead animals, yeah.
Yeah. Seems like a really long-winded route of solving the issue.
Yeah. But I bet they release methane, and they say, oh yeah, there's too many cows releasing methane and stuff, and it's greenhouse gases and whatnot. That's why these people are always arguing for people to go vegan. It's like, well, what about we just reduce the population of the planet?
Listen, if I went vegan, I would produce more methane than any cow. There's absolutely no way that's a clever idea for the population, especially me.
Yeah.
No, we'd all be rooting and tooting all day long, wouldn't we? My God. No, that's not a very good idea.
Yeah, so I think the more sensible idea is just to reduce the population of the world, surely.
Yeah.
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 But,
which I think they're trying to do, to be honest. Well, certainly Sakia is trying to pick up the elderly and the disabled because, you know.
And apparently they're people are having less kids now as well in this country because people don't want to bring kids into a world that's as it's going at the moment. So yeah, maybe that is the agenda. Reduce the population.
Maybe. Well, I wouldn't be surprised. There's a lot that goes on that we don't know about, isn't there? So
there we go. That's one for Conspiracy Corner in a future week.
Yeah.
Get that down.
Get that down. Get it noted. Yeah.
Okay. I've seen the other story. Oh, it's on one of them websites. Websites.
I'm sorry.
Movie theatres have sent cinemas, as we call them, because we're not American.
In the UK. Yeah.
Send strong warning to Minecraft viewers as cinemas are erupting into chaos for a bizarre reason. This is about Jack Black being in the Minecraft movie, isn't it?
I don't know exactly what is making them do it, but apparently it started on TikTok. I don't know. I haven't read the
TikTok
article.
Trend. Yeah.
But yeah, and they're cheering, clapping, and throwing popcorn around, which, you know, is very disruptive. And the poor bloody staff have to then deal with that afterwards. And I have noticed a lot of posts on local pages from people saying, "My God, went to the cinema to take my kid to see Minecraft," you know, and it was just completely ruined by all these people who were just nuts. And the cinema staff had to pause the film and come and tell them to stop it, or they were going to throw them out and all this kind of stuff. I mean, why can't people just sit down and shut up and behave?
Yeah. What is the obsession with Jack Black?
I hate him. I absolutely can't stand him.
I mean, I don't hate him. I just don't think... I think he's very overrated.
He's very full of himself, and I don't actually understand why, because he is his own character. He doesn't play a character, ever. He is always the same, and I think he is always him.
Yeah.
And I'm also really bitter that in the film The Holiday, that they actually did Kate Winslet so dirty as to pair her up with Jack Black, because frankly, he was punching and she could do a lot better, honestly. The fact that they thought he was on her level, diabolical.
Yeah.
Get in the bin.
Yeah, I knew it was kind of some sort of musical act. Yeah, Tenacious D is half of Tenacious D, isn't he?
Tenacious D is brilliant. The music they made was brilliant and hilarious. That is where I wish he would have stayed.
just stay in the music.
Yeah, we don't need to see you, mate. Yeah. Just want to listen to you. Face for radio, as they say.
Hey, did you know that his parents are both satellite engineers and his mum worked on the Hubble Space Telescope?
Oh, really?
There you go. You never knew that, did you?
They sound better than him. Oh, he just gets on my nerves. He's so irritating.
Yeah.
Unpopular opinion. I've probably just gotten us cancelled again for saying that, haven't I?
I don't think you can get cancelled for having an opinion. Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, that was the most ridiculous thing I've said in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Take that back, Steve. Take that back.
You can get cancelled for having an opinion.
Yeah.
Can I have a rant about what you sent me the other day?
Oh, what did I send you? Or
is that too political?
What did I send you?
What happened near your house?
I don't think you should have a rant about that. No.
I want to know what happened near your house. What did
I can tell you about it, but we're not going to have a rant.
Okay, let's not have a rant, but I want to know the motive.
I don't know. They have put... So, right, I will explain for those listening at home.
It's scary how near this was to you. That's what got me.
It was literally, you could throw a stone and hit my house from where this happened. It was so close. A a man, a youngish man, one night was walking along Mutley Plain in Plymouth. He was concealing a knife in a pizza box, walked into, I believe it was the Premier store, and started to attack the owner, who sort of defended himself with a mop. I'm not actually joking. And eventually, three customers came in. The owner alerted them and said, "This guy's got a knife, watch it." And then this guy started chasing after them, and one in particular, really was going for him. Anyway, I'm not sure how many people this guy stabbed. If it was I think it was two. I'm not entirely sure. But there was a random passerby who got it. I mean, nobody died, thankfully. But it was brutal. And there is CCTV footage of it obviously inside the shop, it's clear as day, and also street footage where again, clear as day, you can see this guy waving this knife around. You can see him approaching the shop with it, concealed. This guy clearly knew to keep it concealed. I don't know if it was a targeted attack on those people in the shop specifically, or if it was random. I mean, the passers-by definitely was random. But it was horrible, and he was slashing around like an absolute maniac. They have put it down to him having paranoid schizophrenia, and he's going to be basically in a nut house for life.
Okay, I didn't know we still had nut houses.
They found him they don't call it that anymore, do they? He's going to be detained in an instant, in a whatever for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
So
I didn't know we still had kind of places like that anymore.
Yes.
They tend to just load people up with drugs and just send them on the way.
I think it happens so much less, perhaps. I mean,
maybe, yeah.
But they found him not guilty. Not guilty of attempted murder or GBA or whatever. And it's just okay, yes, he's got a medical condition which might have had significantly impacted his actions, but he was aware enough to hide the weapon until he got to where he was going.
Yeah, that's what's weird to me. The fact he concealed it for all that time. But then it wasn't just that people would maybe trying to come near him to de-escalate. He was actually actively chasing after people.
Yes, he was chasing people up and down the street,
Which says to me that isn't people going and putting themselves there and provoking him. That is him going to people that are wanting to move away from the situation. Yeah. Which is scary.
Look, I fully appreciate the whole mental health thing, and it does need to come into it, because if that is something he's suffering with, then it needs to be taken into consideration. But I think also the guy is guilty. He did it, and he had thought about it to some degree. I don't think we can use mental health to excuse everything. Maybe, I'm not saying he wasn't having an episode, I'm sure he was, but he still did the thing, whether it was led by a mental health episode or not.
Yeah, it could have been a very, different outcome.
He was lucky that those people survived, because, it was not good.
Yeah. God, that's scary to be on your doorstep.
Honestly, I'm not really that in love with Plymouth anymore. I mean, we had that murder, didn't we, a few months ago. That was a bit different because that wasn't random. I think the random ones are the ones that scare me the most, because that could just happen to anyone, couldn't it?
Yeah.
But I mean, the murder, that was horrible, because that was her husband. I think they'd been married for literally weeks or a couple months or something, and things had turned and she managed to escape. But he found where she was and just stabbed her in the street. It was really horrible, really horrible. And I mean, she was a lovely lady as well. She was a lecturer at we're in a lot of mutual groups and things. She was a lecturer at the university just around the corner from me. So she, it's not like a crackhead or anything. Do you know what I mean? She was a really nice, normal lady. It was really horrible. Really horrible.
That's disappointing.
Yeah. So, I think it's getting like this everywhere though, isn't it?
It feels like it.
It's it's not good. But anyway, let's move on because we're not here to depress. I think that's it for news, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's about it.
Okay. Well, I
was going to say, what's next? Is it feedback or is it...
Oh, yes, let's have the feedback.
Yeah.
What a good idea.
I thought she's going to forget at this point.
I know, yeah, I always do, don't I? I'd just like to apologise for Andy that we didn't manage to get this on last week's episode. We recorded that a little earlier than usual, and so he missed the... ordinarily, he would have been in time, but he missed it. So we got it for you this week. And it's something we talked about a couple of weeks ago, isn't it? So I'm quite looking forward to hearing about this.
And it also ties into the Minecraft thing, from what I gather.
Yes.
From the photo you've sent of a green looking milkshake. Right, let's find out. Let's let Andy tell us.
Okay.
Time for Andy's quick review of the Minecraft apple McFlurry. I should say sour apple because I did send a picture of it to Nicole so she can show you. The green sauce, very sour apple, very much like the kind of ones you get from the sour apple chewits. Quite nice, quite not too sour, not too sweet, quite nice. The cubes obviously to represent the blocks in Minecraft, so like the grass and whatnot. Some of them are chewy, some of them crunchy, so a little bit of everything really. Wasn't amused by the price point of $2.29 for a McFlurry.
Yeah.
God, I missed the 99p days.
Yeah, fleecy.
But overall, as an actual McFlurry, I'd probably get it again. But price point, nah, not a fan. Anyway, that was Andy's quick review of the McFlurry from Minecraft from McDonald's, the Apple one. Anyway, bye.
Yeah, that price point is quite high, especially if this is something where kids might want to buy it.
Yeah, it is quite high. And not only that, it sounds like there's a lot going on in this thing. You know, some of it's crunchy, some of it's chewy, it's sour, it's sweet. I don't know. It feels very busy, doesn't it?
It does sound a bit busy. But yeah, I've not tried it myself. Maybe I should try it before it finishes.
I don't know if I want to try it. See, I'm one of those miserable, boring people who buys a McFlurry and then asks them not to put anything on it.
You shadow.
Because I like it plain.
Right, you get in the bin. Let me find out what this milkshake was like.
Time for another quick review from Andy. A very quick review because I only have a picture again. The Shamrock Shake from McDonald's once again. I tried that, and the best way I can describe it is mint choc chip ice cream, but without the choc chips. So it's all right. It's quite nice, refreshing. And if you like mint choc chip ice cream, that works perfectly fine. Oh my God, that's a ginormous bee in my room. God, I don't know if you can hear that.
We can hear it.
Oh my God. Ooh.
That's a big bee.
That's a big bugger.
Oh dear. Well,
that was brilliant.
I hope you.
I love the bee cameo.
Yeah, I hope you managed to see the bee safely outside, so it can continue finding its nectar.
Yeah.
Oh, was he outside? Oh, probably was outside.
Well, he said it was in his room.
Oh yeah, he did say it was in his room, but then the photo of the drink is outside. So I don't know.
Oh, he must have taken it home with him.
Yeah, unless he's got street tiles in his house.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Okay, could you just imagine if you just can't be arsed paying for carpet for your house? You just go to the high street and lift up some tiles, take them home, stick them on your living room floor. Jobs are good.
Yeah, not sure you'd get away with that, would you? Could you imagine? Be a bit dirty, wouldn't it?
Oh God, there'd be all sorts on it.
Oh, well, people do. They just pee everywhere. They spit their gum out. They spit and... Oh, it's disgusting what people do in the streets, honestly.
You say that and then you go and do it yourself.
I've never done those things. It's horrible.
Right. You've never been caught short and just had to, just find somewhere to have a quick wee.
Oh, yeah, I have, but not in the middle of the street. In a field, Steve. I'd jump over a hedge and go in a field. I wouldn't go in the middle of the pavement, in the street. No.
But in the street, you haven't got hedge to jump over and a field in a town centre. It looks like a town centre.
Yeah, but it's different, isn't it? It's very different doing it in
But there is
in the rural areas.
But I think something does need to be said for the lack of public toilets in most cities now, and towns and villages.
Do you think there's a lack? I mean, okay, fair enough.
Why do you think there's enough? There isn't any public ones. You've got to like go into a shop and pretend you're going to buy something.
We've got some in town that you have to pay for, and then we've got some in our shopping centre. Well, there's loads in the shopping centre actually. Shitloads of toilets. There's so many toilets. Yeah, but you don't have to pay for those, and they're much nicer in the shopping centre. But I mean, Plymouth's not very big, so there's always somewhere you can go.
So there's a good toilet to person ratio.
Yeah, well, there is. I tell you where I did go once, and I was dying for a wee, and we actually stopped there to find a toilet, and that was Penzance.
Okay.
And I nearly peed my pants in Penzance because there was absolutely no public toilets that we could find. Correct me if I'm wrong, if you're from that neck of the woods, but it will forever be the place where I couldn't find a loo. And I wasn't feeling that.
And that sticks with you. And that's what you'll know Penzance for forever.
That's how I know Penzance.
Penzance leads to wet pants.
It does. It does. So, yeah.
Is that going to be the quote for this episode then at this point?
I nearly peed my pants in Penzance. Yes, absolutely.
Penzance nearly led to wet pants.
Yeah, I think so.
Unless we come out with other blinders. We'll wait and see.
We'll wait and see. The night is young.
Yeah. Right, so what have you got for us?
So, we have... what do you want first? Should we have a mystery?
Oh, yes. I wasn't prepared for
that. I have
that.
to find it.
You
do apologise.
Okay, that's good. Because that means I can find... Aha, got it.
Yeah, I need to find my prep for this. Gosh, you're... Okay, I've got it. So this is the Easter Sunday Vanishing, the strange disappearance of Patricia Meehan. Okay, so it was the Thursday before Easter in 1989, a quiet stretch of road in rural Montana, a starless sky above, a single pair of headlights winding through the open plains, and then the sound of metal on metal. This is the story of Patricia Meehan, a woman who vanished into the night and may still be wandering somewhere out there. Yeah, so let's rewind. Patricia Meehan was a 37-year-old woman living alone on a small ranch outside Bozeman, Montana. By all accounts, she was a gentle, private, and kind someone who loved animals more than people. Oh, I like her. She worked odd jobs, kept mostly to herself, and in the months leading up to the Easter of 89, something shifted. Friends would later say she seemed off, distracted, anxious. She mentioned she might move back east, closer to family. She talked about starting over, but she never got the chance. On April 20th, that Thursday, Patricia got into her car and started driving east towards Circle, Montana. At some point after 8 p.m, she was involved in a minor car accident on Highway 200. Now, here is where things turn strange. So, the other driver, a woman named Peggy Bueller, got out of her car to check on Patricia and saw what she saw was chilling. Patricia had exited her vehicle too and was just standing there, staring, not speaking, eyes wide, expression vacant, as if she wasn't really seeing anything or anyone. Then, without a word, she turned and walked away into the darkness, into the wide, empty Montana plains, and she was never seen again, at least not officially. In the days and weeks that followed, Patricia's family launched a desperate search. Helicopters, search dogs, volunteers combing the countryside. But there was no trace of her. Not even a footprint. Then the sightings started. First in Montana, then in Idaho, Seattle, Michigan. People were reporting encounters with a woman who looked exactly like Patricia, wearing the same clothes, looking dazed, often staring just like she did on the side of the road. One person swore she spoke to her, said she didn't know who she was, that she was trying to find home. Over 5,000 leads poured in. None confirmed. Every Easter after that, Patricia's parents would travel across the country following tips, putting up flyers, hoping that this would be the year they brought her home. But Patricia Meehan, or whoever she had become, never did come home. To this day, nobody has ever been found. No evidence of foul play, no conclusive proof she's alive, just a woman who on the eve of Easter walked off the edge of her life. Some believed she suffered a dissociative episode, lost touch with reality, and lived off the grid, maybe for years. Others think something or someone intercepted her that night. And then there are those who say she's still out there, walking, watching, searching. If you find yourself driving through the back roads of Montana and you see a woman on the highway, don't just keep going. It might be Patricia. There you go. So what happened there then?
So when was this?
In 1989.
Okay. And how old was she? She was 27.
No, 37.
37. So how old would she be now?
Oh, God, that's maths, that is, Steve. You're asking the wrong
Of course
human.
it's maths. That's why I'm putting you on the spot.
Oh, so that was, what, 44 years ago?
Yeah.
So she would be rather old now.
She'd be like in her 70s.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay. And her body's still not been found.
No.
See, that's what's getting me the most, I think, because you'd think they'd find a body by now. Although saying that, vast, wide open areas, there might be years where people, don't tread the same path.
Yeah, quite possibly.
And there'd be animals about.
Yeah,
They're
maybe
quite
that's it now. And there's
happily,
nothing to find.
So Hank, for reference, let me open maps. Where did she go missing?
Oh gosh. So hang on, let me find where. So it was on Highway 200. Highway 200.
In what state?
Huh. Just driving east towards Circle, Montana.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
it's like the MT200, say. Is that what it is? The MT200? Right, anyway, so towards Montana. Montana state. Oh God, Montana is a state, so it's a big place.
Yeah.
Okay. And where was she seen next?
Well, so that was where she had her little minor road collision.
Yeah.
And that was where the other person involved got out to make sure she was okay, and she was staring off and just turned around and walked away. After that, there was nothing official. That was the last time she was officially seen. And after that, lots of sightings came in. It started in Montana, and then in Idaho, and then in Seattle, and then Michigan.
Okay, so Idaho neighbours Montana.
Yeah.
Seattle's on the west coast, a little bit north.
Okay.
And then, where was the final one, sorry?
Michigan.
Where's Michigan? Sorry if you're listening in the States and you know where everywhere is. I don't have a clue. Okay, so Michigan's up.
We don't even know where everything is in our country, so please don't take offence that we don't know where anything is in yours.
So Michigan's kind of like towards the west. So that doesn't
Okay.
make sense. That seems a bit out there, Michigan. Why would you go from Montana to Idaho? So you'd be basically going like
Quite a jump.
south, and then Seattle's kind of like north west a little bit, but then you would be going quite a bit east to go to Michigan. Without a vehicle, I would say extremely unlikely you're going to trek that far successfully if you got no money as well.
It's a big old jump. But there were over 5,000 leads coming in. So that's a lot of sightings. So, I mean, I don't know about you, but I personally think, people have seen her. I think so. But it's very strange that nothing came of any of those. I suppose in 89, there wouldn't have been as many.
I mean, you wouldn't have had the internet. So this would have been posters in petrol stations and stuff, wouldn't it? And calling your local sheriff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's not the same as having CCTV everywhere and being able to you can really track people now, can't you? Whereas I don't think in 89 you could. So I do actually think I don't know if she was suffering a mental problem. It certainly sounded like maybe she'd dissociated, or I don't know, maybe she had some sort of early onset dementia or something. But definitely something wasn't right there with her. Maybe that led to her lapse of, maybe that's why she had the accident, because something went wrong there. I don't know. And she went into it as she was driving. But I do think that she did just sort of wander off. But it's interesting that no one managed to catch up with her after that, with all those sightings.
Yeah, if you got 5,000 sightings, you would think, some police department would have found her.
Yeah.
And caught up
or
with
maybe
her.
maybe they weren't bothered because she hadn't really done anything wrong as such. So maybe they didn't care enough to follow it up properly.
If
I
it's
don't
a
know.
missing person that you think's unwell, then you'd think it would be kind of
Well, I
like
suppose, that's
priority.
true. That's true.
because they're basically in danger at that point.
Yeah.
So what are you
Tricky.
thinking?
I don't know. I think she did I think, she wandered off. Definitely not herself. Something not right there. Maybe, as I say, maybe some sort of early onset dementia or some sort of mental health condition. And perhaps, that's because her neighbours had said that she'd not quite been the same for a while. Maybe it's because she'd gotten news that she wasn't going to get better or something. Or maybe she'd had a shock of some sort.
Yeah, or what if there wasn't something wrong with her?
Yeah.
She was an odd jobs person.
Yeah.
What if she'd been involved in some sort of robbery or plot to get, and got loads of money? If you got cash behind you, you could have had a spare vehicle knocking about.
Yeah.
And you didn't want people to know about that vehicle, so you stash it somewhere in the middle of nowhere, have a little accident, walk off from it, so people go, oh, something seemed up with her. And then you are home and free, because people are like, oh, well, yeah, she went a bit loopy, so,
I suppose so.
Do you think? Or am I just...
And then...
I'm trying to be optimistic here. You're saying she's probably got dementia, and I'm saying hopefully she hasn't, and she went off and had a fantastic life living off grid. The thing is everyone has said nice things about her up until the point where she started to go a bit funny. So, maybe you're right. Maybe there was another side to her and she got caught up in something or had some money and she needed to get away. And I suppose, you could feign a little accident on a remote bit of stretch of highway, couldn't you? And walk away from that and do a disappearing act, maybe. Yeah.
You never
Kind
know.
of
That could have happened.
Basically faking your own death kind of scenario.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. You just go missing, start your life afresh as someone else.
Yeah, there we go. We solved it.
Solved it. Either which way. It's definitely one of them. But do let us know what your thoughts are on this, because sometimes you guys see things that we just completely bypass. So do let us know, topicopedia.online. What do you think happened?
Yes. I would love to see if anyone's got any thoughts that are different to ours.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. So that was quite interesting. And it vaguely tied in with Easter as well, which is why I chose that one. Okay, so lastly,
Okay.
oh gosh, my tummy sounded like a drain then. That's not very healthy, is it?
Not a dolphin.
Not a dolphin. No. Not a dolphin. I'm looking for, there it is. Because we got some prep for this. So this has been on our prep sheet for actually years, and I really well researched it at one point.
Okay.
And we didn't end up using it the week that I thought we were going to, and then it sort of got put off, and then in the end I forgot what I'd learned. And but anyway, I've enlisted Uncle Jerry to give me a hand with this.
Okay.
Because it is a really fascinating topic. So we are going to talk about the Mandela Effect.
Okay.
And some examples of the Mandela Effect. So for those of you who don't know of this phenomena, the Mandela Effect is a phenomenon where a large group of people remember something differently than how it actually happened, as if we've all slipped into a parallel universe with subtle changes. It was named after Nelson Mandela because many people distinctly recall him dying in prison in the 1980s, even though he was released, became president of South Africa, and passed away in 2013. These collective false memories can be so specific and vivid that they shake people's trust in reality, fueling theories about alternate timelines, glitches in the matrix, and the limits of human memory. So yeah, it is a weird phenomenon, isn't it, Steve?
Yes, it is strange.
So weird. So anyway, we've got a nice healthy size list of examples of things that people are remembering incorrectly, people en masse. So I'll start us off with the robber emoji. So I don't know if I say, the robber emoji, he's got he's wearing one of those masks with the eyes cut out, and he's wearing a black and white get up, like Robert's doing cartoons. Yeah, it never existed. That emoji doesn't exist and never has. And yet everyone knows what that emoji is and what it looks like. So it's really weird. Really weird.
It must have it must have existed somewhere for us to click on.
No.
Well, I've looked this up on Reddit.
Yeah.
And someone reckons they've seen it from BitLife. What the hell's BitLife? When you're trying to escape or something. And someone else has said, literally, I've got it on an emoji list right here, but I can't post it. Like, okay, if you got it, then why can't you post the evidence? Or is it you just can't post images in threads? I don't know.
You can, I'm sure you can.
Someone's put it did exist, but on WhatsApp.
No.
And it was removed from WhatsApp around 2017 to 2019.
No. Didn't exist.
Okay.
Didn't exist. Didn't happen.
Fair
Okay.
news.
What else have we got then, Stu?
What else have we got? We have got Mickey Mouse doesn't wear braces or suspenders.
Yeah, because if you imagine Mickey Mouse, you would swear, wouldn't you, that he has the red shorts that are held up with red straps, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really thinking now. What does Mickey Mouse look like? Why do I think it? Yeah, I do. It completely throws you off. But what about what was the steamboat? The one that's now not copyright.
Oh, the very, very old
Steamboat Willie.
Yeah.
I reckon it goes back to them days, and once again he's still there, and he hasn't got the straps.
He hasn't got them.
He hasn't got the straps, but because it was in black and white, I think it's the contrasting colours that have done that.
Do you think?
I reckon so. I think it's because it's not in colour and it's contrasting. You think you're seeing it and you're not.
Maybe. But I mean, I've seen a still from literally that because that was an example given where
It still doesn't have them. It doesn't make them magically appear.
Yeah, no, that they weren't. I don't know. It's weird. It is weird. It is bizarre. But this one caught me as well. In my mind's eye, I'm like, yeah, he totally has the braces, but he doesn't, and he never has. So, yeah, that's a weird one.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen Star Wars.
I don't watch it, but
No, I haven't seen it either. But there's a very famous quote that we've all heard, which is, "Luke, I am your father." Except that wasn't the quote, and it never was the quote, and nowhere was it the actual quote. The quote is, "No, I am your father."
oh,
Luke.
okay.
Luke has never said sorry. So yeah, it's been completely misremembered, that one. But that's how it's how I've always heard it quoted. So interesting.
Mm. Sorry, I'm still on the Mickey Mouse one.
Oh,
and
hearing me.
Someone has actually pointed out that in a 1937 production called Clock Cleaners, notice clock rather than he's got suspenders there.
Has he?
Yes, I'll send you the link and you can click the image and you can see if, and then we'll know that it has been there somewhere, like, because literally in the album artwork there he is with straps over his shoulders.
How funny is that? Oh, have I clicked the wrong thing?
No, there's 3 links on there.
Oh, which link am I clicking?
So open up the article and then there's 3 links on imdb.com.
Yeah. Well, I opened up the first one. I didn't see Mickey Mouse on it.
Did you not? What did you see?
Donald Duck.
Yeah,
Oh,
with
he
Mickey
is.
Mouse.
Oh, yeah.
They're both cleaning the
okay.
clock.
But he's wearing overalls. He's wearing long trousers.
Still, he's got the straps over his
He has got
shoulders.
the straps. And he has... Okay, so there are some instances where he is... But however, how do we all sort of stereotypically remember him looking like that?
I don't know. That's probably, I bet they used
so old
in wearing that kind of outfit on something promotional at
They
some
must have done,
point
mustn't they?
that's caught on.
Yeah.
That's my theory.
Maybe we've debunked one there.
Yeah. Let's hope so.
Okay. I hope so, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what else have we got?
We have got let me find the list. Pikachu's tail. Many remember a black tip at the end of Pikachu's tail, but it's completely yellow.
Oh, okay. See, when I think Pikachu, I don't think of a black tip, but maybe like a dark brown tip.
I think of some black. Oh, but yeah,
maybe
it
black.
it was brown near his bum, and then goes yellow.
Maybe that's what people are remembering wrong.
Well, his ears has black tips.
Ah.
So that's probably just getting caught up in the colours. And if you did watch the Pokemon series, it was very flashy colours everywhere. So I don't blame people for falling for that one.
No, definitely. Okay. The Fruit of the Loom logo.
See, this is just a brand that's always existed and just doesn't really seem to do anything, does it?
Yeah, I think they just sort of produce the same stuff, and they have for years. I mean, I know that
uncomfortable clothes.
Yeah, comfortable, basic.
Uncomfortable.
You know,
I said uncomfortable.
Oh, well, are they? I thought they were quite good quality for the Loom.
Oh, I thought they were a bit on the uncomfortable side.
Okay,
that's just my experience. Of course, you might like it.
However, think of the logo, because, and this is another one that really threw me. Was there not a cornucopia and with like fruit coming out of it? Was that not the logo?
I don't know.
Because that's how I imagine the logo. But apparently It's never had a cornucopia.
Never had it.
Never had it. But that is exactly how I remember it.
Isn't that strange?
It is bizarre. Absolutely bizarre. And if you showed me, like, if it was the, $64 million question on a game show, and you showed me those two before, obviously I knew this, and asked me which one was the actual logo, I would have gotten it wrong with confidence. So, yeah.
But that shows how little attention we pay to the tags on our clothes.
But why? It's not even that, though. It's the fact that so many people
just thought it was there.
Remember it.
Yeah.
Completely wrong when it's never been there.
So basically, they designed their logo wrong.
Totally, yeah.
It should have it. It should have it. Sorry, Fruit of the Loom, your logo is wrong because millions of people can't be wrong.
No.
There you go. That's them told. So, okay. Another Disney one. In Disney Snow White, the line is magic mirror on the wall, not mirror mirror.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I don't really watch a lot of Disney, so yeah, I wouldn't.
I have looked into this one before, and I think I can debunk this.
Okay.
Because I believe in the original tale, or the most original tale of Snow White in the book. So it's magic mirror in the Disney film. That's what the Queen says. But in the book, it's mirror, mirror on the wall.
Oh, okay.
So I think actually people are just not necessarily quoting the film. They're quoting the story, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure we can put that one down to a Mandela effect.
No. Okay.
So the next one is the Monopoly Man. We all know what he looks like, don't we? He's got his tux on and what have you.
Yeah.
And he has a monocle, right?
No, I don't think he does.
Does he not in your mind's eye when you think of him? You don't think he's got a monocle?
You know what? In today's times, monocles are quite rare, so I wouldn't expect people to think he has a monocle if you're young.
He's a caricature, isn't he? He's a character.
I think older people will think, oh yeah, he had a monocle. But no.
Well, he doesn't and never has. So, yeah, it is a bit strange.
Another one of those where there's been that many versions of Monopoly and different drawings and things that there is potentially a version that's been done.
But then you don't typically remember a version, do you? Like when you think of Monopoly, you typically remember, like so many people remember it that way. I don't know. It is bizarre. And I would have sworn blind he had a monocle as well. So I think you're just immune to the Mandela effect.
No, I'm just saying, I did think the first time I did, but then I thought about it a bit, thought, no, maybe didn't.
But I looked at it, like pictures side by side, and I'm like, but the one without the monocle looks weird.
Yeah.
It doesn't quite look right.
It's like when someone who always wears glasses takes the glasses off, and you're like, oh, you look weird without glasses.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I could almost not recognise someone sometimes if I, walk past them in the street because they've taken their glasses off. It's a weird one. Yeah.
So the next one's Oscar Mayer versus Oscar Mayer. Oh, yeah. So Meyer or Mayer. I don't even know what Oscar Mayer is.
I don't either, but
it's an American meat and cold cut producer.
Oh, there you go.
So there's a picture of a car that's in the shape of a hot dog and stuff like that. So
I think it's just easy to assume that because it's pronounced Mayer, that it sounds like it's got an A instead of an E. I think people are just misspelling it.
It has got an A instead of an E.
Or the other way around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The other way around. Oh, I can't. Yeah, I don't know. I think they're just misspelling it, don't you?
Yeah, well, the company.
No. People are misspelling it.
Probably just a typo.
Yeah. I just, your mind, I think, sometimes expects something to be spelled a certain way.
Do you think that much into your meat and cold cut producer on how it's spelled? You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, you don't, do you?
It's not really one of your priorities in life, is it? You just, oh yeah, I want hot dog sausage. Here we go. Get the Oscars in there.
Give me a hot dog any day. Yeah. I'm ready. It's been a minute. Okay, so the next one. The number of US states, and I'm not going to lie to you, this one I thought was 52. But a lot of people remember it being either 51 or 52 states. And I really did think it was 52 states. But it's not, and it never has been 52. It's 50.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure I remember a nightclub that was called, I mean, never went to it, and you know me, I don't go out, called 51st State.
Okay.
So what's that implying? Like it's, I wonder if it was American themed and it was like, yeah, this is the, you know, the additional state of the US.
Yeah,
knows, but like,
maybe.
Who knows? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a requirement in the UK curriculum to know how many states there are in America.
Thank goodness for that, because I would have failed. I would have hardcore failed.
Yeah. We don't care. It's the other side of the pond. Let them worry about it.
Let them worry about it. Yeah. Yeah. If you're from the States, do you or anyone that you know, have you made that mistake? That'd be interesting to know.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Let's do another Disney one because there's loads of Disney ones.
Okay.
Tinkerbell, in fact, did not dot the I in Disney home video or DVDs.
Yeah, that's a weird one because that's another one that I distinctly remember happening. And I was so adamant that this happened that I trawled the internet. I looked through, Reddit, YouTube, you name it. I went through so much to try and find where she dots the I, because it happened. It happened, but it didn't happen.
maybe it happened, but just on one specific
thing.
Maybe instead of it being in the opening titles, it was at the end or something like that. And it's like, it happened, but just no one's found it.
Well, you say that the internet's a pretty big place, and this is quite a big one. This is like the Mandela Effect that I think most people think of. And people have tried to debunk it, and it's not a thing.
Or maybe it should have been a thing. It's one of them. It was a completely missed opportunity not having Tinkerbell dot the I.
I agree.
Tinkerbell is a Disney character, isn't she?
Yes.
She's not owned by anyone else. Okay.
No. Yeah.
I was going to say that might explain it. But yeah.
No, it is definitely a bit weird. Okay, so Looney Tunes versus Looney Tunes. So it is actually Looney Tunes, as in the music, the tune, as opposed to tunes. So there you go. And that was another one that got me.
I mean, 6-year-old me wouldn't have been paying attention to how it was spelt.
No, I think in America, where they sort of pronounce it, like they would pronounce tune more tune, wouldn't they? So perhaps that's sort of where we've gotten a bit confused with it. But then over here, I think we pronounce it slightly differently. So, don't know.
Yeah. But still, again, why write it as in it's a musical tune rather than a cartoon?
I don't know, because it doesn't really make sense, does it?
No, it doesn't make sense. Okay, so the next one, Kit Kat versus Kit Dash Cat. Yeah. I don't think it has had a dash in it.
See, it's another one that I can see it in my mind's eye. I can see the dash.
Can you?
Yeah. I'm obviously really susceptible to this, aren't I? Get Darren Brown in the room. He'd love this, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
He'd be like, oh, this one will buy anything.
I mean, the K's in Kit Kat are like massive, aren't they?
Yeah. I wonder, though, because of the way it's written, if the line crossing the T maybe could be sort of trick your mind into thinking that's a dash.
Or, I see it, because where the T is so close to the K, it's kind of like, the DHL logo. Is it DHL?
Yes.
Where it's got an arrow? FedEx logo, where it's got an arrow in it. It might be like that, where that bit in the T, because it hasn't, the T kind of has a slopey top and doesn't have a distinguished, really distinguished left hand bit. Basically, the bit of the T kind of could be made to, you glancing at it, the open bit and the right hand side of the T can look like a dash.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Maybe that's what it is. It's like tricked your mind a little bit. Yeah, that does make sense. Get on you, eh?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm going with. And so if you've been tricked, I'm going to say you're just seeing the hidden arrow of FedEx in there. So, working on that level. So you're clever if you can see the dash. It does
make sense.
You're clever if you can see the dash. There we go. We're not being conned here, are we?
I'll take that all day long. Okay, so next one. We all know the song We Are the Champions by Queen. But how does it end? Does it end with We Are the Champions of the World, or just simply We Are the Champions? However, it does end without the of the world at the end of it. That is not the end of the song. And this one didn't trick me, but I can see how it would.
Did they do a version where it sang that at the end?
No, but in the middle of the song, Freddie Mercury does somewhere at the end of We Are the Champions say of the world, but it happens within the song and not at the end.
Oh, okay.
So I think that might, because it does sound like it's supposed to be after We Are the Champions, but it just sort of leaves you hanging there without it, and it's almost an awkward ending,
Yeah. So it should have been there, but it weren't there.
I think they could have popped it on the end there. It would have sounded a bit more finished, but far be it for me to criticise the Queen.
Okay, so Mona Lisa's smile. Apparently her expression seems to have changed. People remember having a no smile or a neutral look. Now she appears to smirk.
Yes.
Could this just be perception as time goes on, where we are...
I think it must be.
Reading facial expressions better.
I think it must be, because I definitely remember looking at her and thinking, God, she doesn't smile though. What is this famous Mona Lisa smile? She doesn't smile. She looks actually quite miserable almost. But now I look at it and I think, no, she doesn't look miserable. She does have a little bit of a smile there. So yeah, maybe it's quite likely our perception changes. Maybe people look more miserable nowadays, and so by contrast, Mona Lisa's looking pretty damn chipper,
Probably, it sounds about right.
Yeah.
The question is, why is this picture so famous?
I'm not sure, because it's not really anything to write home about, is it? Would you put it in your house? I wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
Well, I would.
I don't know who she is.
I'd sell it.
It's worth a few quid. Sell it. She's not even got her tits out or anything. Like,
I know.
If you want to have if you wanted me to hang that up in my wall, have it as proper art.
I tell you what, it's going to be, Steve. That is going to go down in history as like the last ever recorded smile, I think, because we're all just so miserable. We're going to forget what it looks like. And we're going to look at her and be like, oh my God. That's what people used to do with their faces. That's mental. Can you imagine it?
Yeah, now everyone just pouts.
Now everyone pouts and cries.
Yeah.
Okay, so chartreuse colour confusion. I don't know what this is.
Oh.
A surprising number of people remember chartreuse being pink or reddish. But actually, it's yellow-green. I don't know what it is. Do we know what that is?
I've got no idea. So it's a colour. I couldn't tell you what it is. Chartreuse is a colour. It looks almost like fluorescent yellow.
Oh, it's
High vis.
okay.
It's high vis colour,
It's
according to Google.
a colour, but also there is a drink
It's
named
liqueur.
Chartreuse,
Yeah.
which is very green.
Yeah.
Very, very green. Oh, there you go.
I wonder what it tastes like.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know that this was a colour.
Alcohol
It
by
looks like it would taste
volume, 40 to 69%.
Oh, they have two versions of it. You have chartreuse. I can't say it. Chartreuse green or chartreuse yellow. It's bloody expensive, though, isn't it?
I can't see the price. How much is it? How much are we looking?
Okay, so Virgin Wines are selling it. It's 55% alcohol at $52.99 a bottle with $4.99 delivery.
Okay. That's not bad. That's really good. I'm really impressed with that. I found some yellow chartreuse, 2017.
Yeah.
700 ml. Only 120 copies produced. Create a batch with its yellow twin. See on sale also on our website. It's just in case buying one of these isn't enough for you. Bottled in perfect condition, carefully guarded in its original wood case with an additional cap, USB key, and a leaflet. Why does the liqueur need a USB key?
This is starting to sound slightly dodge. Yeah.
Cork
Okay.
cap with pewter capsule in perfect condition, cap level under 3 centimeters, label in perfect condition, impacts on the top of the glass. How much?
God.
It includes tax.
It's going to blow my mind.
Yeah.
Includes tax.
Yeah, they've included.
Is it more or less than what I just told you?
What did you tell me?
It's got to be more. $52.99 excluding delivery.
A little bit more. Do you want it in pounds or do you want it in
God.
euros, which it's in?
I want it in pounds.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess £90.
Higher. Don't forget it comes with a USB C.
Okay. £120.
Higher. It's got a USB key and it's from
God's sake.
2017.
Okay, £150.
We're going to be here quite a long time.
Right, you just tell me then. Go on.
It's 9,000 euros, which works out at £7,701.48. How many?
Great.
Are you going to get the other flavour to have the matching set?
Sorry, when is this from again?
This is from Pleasure Wine,
No, sorry. What year did you say?
2017.
I've got some 2012 slow gin downstairs that my grandma made, totally untouched.
Yeah.
I'm going to go find out what that shit's worth.
Go and do it. Get it sold.
Because, I mean, that's been there some time.
Yeah.
That has been there some time. So that's got to be worth a few bob, isn't it? Holy mackerel. I mean, she's not with us anymore, so she's not going to make any more. So it's pretty bloody unique.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway.
Oh, dear.
God, that's shocking, that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where are we up to?
Where are
Oh,
we up
yes.
to?
Okay. Number 16.
Yeah, I love the way you say number 16 and everything's labelled number 1. Life is like a box of chocolates. Forrest Gump actually says life was like a box of chocolates, subtle but off. Oh, fair dues.
Yeah.
I don't really... It's been a long time since I watched Forrest Gump, so I wouldn't have really quoted it. But it does sound like it flows better. Life is like a box of chocolates.
Yeah, it does. It does. And it's more quotable, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, next one. The Flintstones. How do you spell it?
I had it as flint as in the stone, and then stones.
Yeah, same.
So
And that is correct. But
Yeah.
apparently people are missing the first T in Flintstones. I think that's just because you don't pronounce it very hard, do you?
Yeah.
You could Flintstones, but it's you sort of, it's a soft T, isn't it? You sort of skim over that a bit. So yeah, people are misspelling it. I think. I don't think it was ever spelt It looks wrong spelt without it, doesn't it? It doesn't look right.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I think, yeah, it doesn't look right without the second T. Yep, you're correct.
No.
Okay. So apparently some people think Sex in the City was Sex in the City. Not something I've ever watched.
This one. I haven't thought of this one. I have watched it. It's very good. Very good. But it's not something I'd ever thought about, really. However, if you'd asked me and I hadn't already been told what the answer was, I think I would have struggled to know which one was right. Because they sound so similar when you say them. Sex in the City.
Yeah.
Is it? Did I just say and or in? Do you know? Sex in the City. You just sort of, again, you skim over that a little bit.
Yeah, because you do skim.
Yeah.
But
so
I always thought it was called
easy.
Sex and the City, so there we go. That's not one that resounds with me.
Didn't work on you.
No.
Yeah.
Sketches versus Sketches. So Sketches, does it have a T in it or not?
So I would have always sworn blind that yes, it had a T in it. I would have sworn blind, but it doesn't.
Hasn't. No, it's Sketches without a T.
Yeah, it's weird. And I think it looks wrong without the T. And I think that's probably to do with the fact that if you were to write the word sketch, it has a T in it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So I think that might be why people are putting the T in.
Yeah. Right, if anyone else has got more Mandela Effects for us, we could touch on this again another time and try and debunk them like we've attempted
I bet
to.
there are loads of these.
There's probably ones we don't even know. We are probably not reading things correctly that are in our everyday and not knowing.
Absolutely.
So next time you open your tub of Pringles, because there's no N in Pringles, that's in your imagination. Not really.
Yeah.
It is Pringles. But
who
knows? There will be things there with missing letters.
Absolutely. Yeah. Topicopedia.online. Let us know. Right. Well, we're there, Steve. We're here.
Okay. Well, where are we?
Urban Dictionary word of the week. Boom, boom.
Thank you.
I changed it this week, didn't I?
Yes. Okay. This. Let's load it up. See what we get. NOB. Knob.
Knob. Oh, well, that's just what you call people in England, isn't it? He's being a right knob.
No.
Offer like a knob now. No?
No.
Oh.
This has got 23 upvotes and 33 downvotes. It says, never off the boat. A more extreme version of a fob, fresh off the boat. A knob will do anything possible to avoid contact with foreigners, even if they are in foreign land. So
really?
in context, hey, look at those bunch of Koreans. They are such knobs. They won't talk to us at all.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, won't interact with other cultures.
I still don't think it's a very good idea to say that. Just call people you don't know a bunch of knobs.
They're a bunch of knobs, yeah.
I've got a feeling people might misunderstand your intentions there, and you'll have a hard time trying to explain that one away. Trust me.
What is a goob?
Oh, is this when you're a bit silly, like a goober?
Enjoys eating and watching movies on a Friday night.
Oh, that
they
is
only
me
have
all over.
one or two close friends. Silly in their own way, not afraid to be themselves. This is you. Extroverted introvert personality. If you're lucky enough to meet one, they are the coolest, doggiest, funny, most down-to-earth people you will ever meet.
Oh, it knows me.
Yeah, so in context, Catherine and Christine are sole roommates. They are the biggest goobs around.
I'm sorry that one of the names wasn't Nicole. I'm not going to lie.
Well, there we go. We'll have to add another version of that.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do one more. This 17 upvotes, 4 downvotes. Burnt cookie.
Oh, okay. No, I've no idea on that one.
Someone, especially a female, who acts tough, hardcore, or is a bitch to hide their emotional insecurities or weaknesses. Tough on the outside, soft on the inside. So used in context, She always acts tough and rips into everyone else, but it doesn't take much to make her burst into tears. What a burnt cookie. I quite like that one. I think that's quite good.
I quite like that one. That's almost wholesome, that.
That is very wholesome for Urban Dictionary, isn't it?
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's a good one. That is a good one. Oh, well done, Urban Dictionary. You've pulled up something we enjoyed.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay.
Oh, okay. Right then. So I told a funeral director he needed a new roof, but it wouldn't be cheap.
Oh.
He said, over my dead bodies.
Oh.
Yeah, he nearly blew a casket.
Oh, God.
Oh, dear.
Oh, terrible.
Okay, so Bill Gates died and went to heaven, and St. Peter gave him a nice, modern 6-bedroom house with a pretty garden and a tennis court. Pleased with his lot, Bill settles quickly into the afterlife. One day he was out walking when he bumped into a man wearing a fine tailored suit. That's a really great suit, said Bill. Where did you get it? I actually said the man I was given 50 of these, plus 2 mansions, a yacht, a golf course, and 4 Rolls Royces. And the guy, Bill says, oh, wow, were you a pope or a doctor healing the terminally ill? And the man answered, no, I was the captain of the Titanic. So Bill stormed off to see St. Peter. How come the captain of a sunken ship gets all that, while I, the inventor of the Windows operating system, get a crummy little house, he demanded. St. Peter replied, the Titanic only crashed once.
I like that. I mean, if that's the logic for getting you, something good in heaven, then blimey, he should have quite positively gone downstairs, in all honesty. The amount of bloody computers crash. Anyway, yeah.
What do porn stars and truckers have in common?
Oh, I don't know.
They both get paid by the load.
Oh! Boom, boom.
Okay, one more for you. How do bees have sex?
I don't know.
From behind.
Okay, right. I'll do my shorter ones first.
Okay.
And then we'll get into, I've got 2 long ones, so aren't you lucky? So I'm sorry and I apologise mean the same thing, except when you're at a funeral. don't want to mix that up there, do you? What's worse than 2 girls running with scissors?
Oh, I don't know.
2 girls scissoring with the runs.
Oh, that's gruesome.
That's awful, isn't it? That's awful.
Just what I want before my tea.
Okay, right. Let's see if I can turn this around for you. So a guy working in the vegetable section in a supermarket is approached by a lady and she says, where's the broccoli? And he replies, I'm ever so sorry, we're sold out, but there's a delivery tomorrow. And then a minute later, the same lady came back round to him again and said, hey, where's the broccoli? The guy, a little confused, says, I'm sorry, ma'am, we're out of stock. And then another minute later, the same woman comes again and says, where's the broccoli? And the guy says, okay, just indulge me a moment. He said, spell cat as in catastrophe. And she says, C-A-T. He says, now, spell dog as in dogmatic. And she says, D-O-G. And he says, now spell fuck as in broccoli. And she responds, there is no fucking broccoli. And he says, and that's what I've been trying to tell you, lady. Oh, dear. Okay, right. One more. So a farmer has 3 daughters and they all have a date on the same night. So the first guy knocks on the door and the farmer answers it. Hello, my name's Joe and I'm here for Flo. We're going to hit the show. Is she ready to go? The farmer says, sure, and they leave. The second suitor knocks on the door and says, hello, my name is Eddie. I'm here for Betty. We're going to get some spaghetti. Is she ready? And the farmer thinks, 2 weirdos in a row. The third date knocks on the door and the farmer answers it. Hello, my name's Chuck, and the farmer shot him. Oh, come on there. A bit slow on the uptake. Yeah. Anyway, so I think on that note, we'll leave it there for this week. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Topicopedia. Don't forget, you can head over to topicopedia.online, vote for last week's meme of the week if you haven't already, or even if you have, it would be nice. And also you can leave us some feedback via our sexy feedback form. You can also leave us feedback on any of our socials. Do give us a follow, a like, a share, whatever you can. If you see something, just get it done. It helps us out so much, and it's the easiest way to support us. Have a fantastic Easter, and we'll see you next week. Bye.